What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to World of Wargaming. I'm Isaiah, and I invite you to grab a snack, a seat, and a beverage. Let me talk at you for a minute. Today, I'd like to talk to you about this little book right here, the Rival Gang Supplement for Dead by Lead, which was in Blaster, I want to say 5. This gives you rules for co-op as well as solo play. So let's see what's in here. First up, we have gang creation, which if you're playing by yourself, works the exact same as it does in the regular book. However, if you are playing co-op, you split the initial $100 between the two gangs, and that's what you each have to build your force with for the co-op version. Then we come into the steps for creating a rival gang, which are very simple and straightforward, but also pretty flavorful at the same time. First step is to come up with their name, which they give you. If you've got a name in your brain, obviously go with that if you already have an idea. But if you need some help with that, they give a chart, which is a 2D12 chart for the two parts of the name. Things like Devil's Drifters or the Runaway Posse. You know, it gives you a first word and a second word to put that together. Then we're going to roll 1d6 plus 2 to determine the number of rival gang members. And one of the first things it says is to feel free to re-roll any randomized rolls that don't feel right. It's like if you rolled and you only got a rival gang of 3 members, that's probably not going to be a lot of fun. So you're probably going to want to re-roll that. Pick one of those to be the leader. For everybody else, roll on the henchman professions. For the sake of helping make sure that it's as easy as possible to keep up with everything, the rival gang members are pretty much equipped for free just with whatever they are modeled with, ranging from a heavy pistol, shotgun, repeating rifle, musket, 2 6-shooters, and in addition, everybody gets a Bowie knife. So, you know, everybody's got a melee, everybody's got a shooting weapon. Nobody's left out in the cold there. Then we've got charts. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 3-part D12 chart that has a nickname, a male name, a female name, and a surname. So you can generate names for everybody. And then the professions that they have are thug, muscle, ace shot, and then, of course, the rival leader. We then come to the most crucial part of any AI-based game, where you're playing against the game, the AI itself. And this is organized in a really nice flowchart. I'm a big fan of when AIs are shown this way, as opposed to just being a list of things. And that's just how my brain works. This is just easier for me to follow. And it starts with checking base contact, yes, no, result, then check line of sight, yes, no, check bring into range, yes, no. Really straightforward, simple. The only thing that no, it has that built in, never mind. What I was going to say is that I would add in that the enemies will always attempt to end their move in cover, but that seems to already be in place. I like it. I try to do that anyways, but I like it when that is written out in plain black and white, because again, it helps take away some of the agency and that urge that we all have sometimes to maybe give ourselves a little advantage, especially, you know, when we're playing by yourself. It can be tough at times. So I like it when those things are spelled out very plainly, you know, do this. We then have 3 scenarios that are the solo or co-op campaign, but it does state, and as we all know, the regular scenarios can be modified to be played solo or cooperative. Almost every time. I don't know that I've ever come across any that just outright wouldn't work with a little bit of tweaking and modifications, but generally they work just fine. It's not that much of a problem. We then have some optional rules that you can use in your campaigns. The first is check the pockets, which is a rule that I really like, especially in campaigns or narrative games, but it's also a rule that I consistently forget about in whatever game uses it, and that's looting bodies that you kill. So when you kill something, you just leave the body, and then you can loot it as an action. It does cost 2 AP, and you have to be within an inch of it. And then you get to immediately roll the knick-knack table, and knick-knacks are little just items that give you buffs of some kind, ranging from pocket lint to money to a necklace of ears to a smoking pipe, and everything in between. Just little objects that give you bonuses. The next one is okay. It's we could use a hand that allows you to immediately recruit a free member to your gang, which is really good, especially if you happen to be behind in the campaign or maybe just don't have as much liquid money that would allow you to just go out and hire someone new. And they've got a really basic thing. However, they may never purchase character upgrades or flaws. So maybe as a placeholder until you can get some money to find somebody better, it's a good option. The next one, however, I absolutely love. It's called Revenge. And it states that when one of your characters dies, you can roll a d12. And on a 10 or higher, you can immediately replace them with a family member who is seeking revenge for their demise. And that just oozes flavor, and I love it. They count as the same profession. They have the same stats, but -1 across the board. They automatically gain 1 notoriety, and they can purchase upgrades and flaws as normal. It immediately gives me landfill vibes, from like Beer Fest, and I love that. I like that rule. Yeah, I like it. And lastly, we have a quick reference, which gives you all of those rules for all of those things, as well as the basic rules for the game, and then a character sheet, which you can Xerox or whatever. This is like $8. I think that you could buy just the PDF for maybe $4 or $5, but I like having printed media. So had I bought the PDF, I probably would have printed it out. Anyways, I think this is going to be fun. I like the AI. I think the AI is strong. I do have to paint up some more cowboys, which is fine because I've got sprues for that. So if you already have Dead by Lead, or if you're looking for a cowboy game that will let you play solo or cooperatively, maybe check this out. You can, if you already have Dead by Lead, I think it's 18 to 25 bucks, and then like $8 for this plus shipping. If you order them at the same time, the shipping will come together. And there's an option to use models that you already have, or to give you an excuse to buy some new models. Thanks so much for hanging out and letting me talk at you about Dead by Lead rival guns. I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day.